Thank you very much. Please place all telephones on silent at this time. Thank you. Thank you very much. Your Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, Chair of the ECOWAS Authority of Heads of State and Government, President and Commander-in-Chief of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and host of this August summit. Your Excellencies, members of the ECOWAS Authority of Heads of State and Government, Your Excellency Ambassador Bankole Adeoye, Commissioner, Political Affairs, Peace and Security, representing His Excellency Mahmoud Ali Yusuf, Chairperson of the African Union Commission, Your Excellency Mr. Abdoulaye Diop, President of the UEMOA Commission, Your Excellency Dr. Mohammed Ibn Chambas, Chairperson of the ECOWAS Trade Liberalization Scheme Task Force and former President of the ECOWAS Commission, Your Excellency Ambassador Yusuf Maitama Tugar, OON, Minister of Foreign Affairs of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and Chair of the ECOWAS Council of Ministers, Honorable Ministers and members of the ECOWAS Council of Ministers, Honorable Wale Edun, Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Excellencies, members of the Diplomatic Corps, distinguished heads of ECOWAS institutions, Her Excellency the Vice President and Honorable Commissioners of the ECOWAS Commission, distinguished invited guests, staff of community institutions, ladies and gentlemen, members of the Fourth Estate, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the opening ceremony of the 67th Ordinary Session of the Authority of Heads of State and Government of the Economic Community of West African States. During this opening ceremony, it will be our pleasure to have the remarks by His Excellency, the President of the ECOWAS Commission. This will be followed by the welcome and opening statement that we will have the honor of hearing from His Excellency, the Chair of the ECOWAS Authority of Heads of State and Government. We will then have His Excellency, the Special Representative of the UN Secretary General for West Africa and the Sahel, give his statement, and we will have a message delivered by His Excellency Ambassador Bankole Adeoye on behalf of His Excellency Mahmoud Ali Yusuf, Chairperson of the AU Commission. Without further ado, therefore, it is my pleasure to give the floor to His Excellency Omar Aliu Toure, President of the ECOWAS Commission, for his remarks. Thank you.
Your Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and Chair of ECOWAS Authority of Heads of State and Government, Your Excellencies, Heads of State and Government of ECOWAS, Honorable Ministers of ECOWAS, Your Excellency, President of UEMOA Commission, Your Excellency, Special Representative of the United Nations Secretary General for West Africa and the Sahel, Excellencies, the Vice President of the ECOWAS Commission and heads of ECOWAS institutions and ECOWAS commissioners, Commissioner for Political Affairs, Peace and Security of the African Union Commission, ECOWAS Special Envoy on Counterterrorism and Chairperson of the ETLS Task Force, Ambassadors, permanent and resident representatives, and members of the Diplomatic Corps, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It is a great honor and privilege to welcome you once again to the 67th Ordinary Session of the ECOWAS Authority of Heads of State and Government. on behalf of the management and staff of ECOWAS institutions, I would like to extend our warm appreciation to President Tinubu, the government and the people of Nigeria for their leadership and generosity to ECOWAS. We are particularly grateful to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who in the past 2 years has piloted the affairs of the authority with great attention and remarkable dedication. Excellencies, permit me to pay special tribute to His Excellency Ambassador Yusuf Maitama Tuga, Minister of Foreign Affairs of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Chair of Council, and his team, comprising Her Excellency Bianca Ojukwu, Minister of State for Foreign Affairs of Nigeria, Ambassador Musa Nuhu, Permanent Representative of Nigeria to ECOWAS, and Chair of the Permanent Representatives Committee, and Ambassador Awale, Chair of the Administration and Finance Committee. Minister Tuga's leadership and dedication of his team facilitated our work and helped advance our integration agenda. As they hand over the leadership of ECOWAS, we at the ECOWAS institutions remain grateful to you. Excellencies, today has been a long day, and for that reason I wouldn't want to spend more time on any formal statement. But let me say, Excellencies, that as we celebrate the 50th anniversary of ECOWAS, let us recall the founding fathers of ECOWAS who decided to put together ECOWAS. Those who joined President Yakubu Gowon, Head of State Yakubu Gowon of Nigeria, to establish ECOWAS deserve our permanent commendation. They are President His Excellency Yakubu Gowon of Nigeria, His Excellency General Nyasimbe Ayadema of Togo, His Excellency Matthew Kereku of Benin, His Excellency Sadauda Kairaba Jawara of the Gambia, His Excellency Luis Cabral of Guinea-Bissau, His Excellency Felix Houphouët-Boigny of Côte d'Ivoire, His Excellency William Tolbert of Liberia, His Excellency Moussa Traoré of Mali, His Excellency Mukhtar Ould Dada of Mauritania, His Excellency General Inyatu Achempo of Ghana, His Excellency Ahmed Sékou Touré of Guinea, His Excellency Seyni Kounché of Niger, His Excellency Léopold Sédar Senghor of Senegal, His Excellency Siaka Stevens of Sierra Leone, and His Excellency General Sangouli Lamzani of Burkina Faso. These were the founding fathers of ECOWAS, and if we are celebrating the 50th anniversary of our community this year, we owe them a lot of gratitude, and we say thank you. On that note, Excellency, I thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much. We thank the President of the ECOWAS Commission for his look at the illustrious history of the founding fathers of the community. It is now my honor to give the floor to the Chair of the ECOWAS Authority of Heads of State and Government, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, for his welcome and opening statement. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Once again, let me respectfully stand on the already established protocol. It is with profound honor and deep sense of appreciation that I welcome you to Abuja for the 67th Ordinary Session of ECOWAS Authority of Head of States and Governments. I thank each of you, my dear brothers, colleagues, for honoring this invitation and for your unwavering commitment to the unity, peace, and prosperity of our community. Your presence here today is a testament to the enduring solidarity that defines our regional integration. Thank you. Since morning we've started. Let me again appreciate each and extend heartfelt gratitude for your participation in two recent landmark events. The 50th anniversary celebration of ECOWAS, held in Lagos on the 25th of May, and the just concluded West African Economic Summit held here in Abuja. Congratulations to all of you that put all the efforts together. The two events have been very successful. At the Economic Summit, we turn our attention towards a better future, sustainable growth, investment, and the practical step needed to strengthen our regional economy by consolidating and building on the work of the ECOWAS. Excellencies, Head of States and Government, while celebrating our achievement over the past 50 years, we must equally confront the stark and persistent challenges that continue to impede our aspirations. Foremost among them, at the moment, are the security threats, violent extremism, and other cross-border crimes that have continued to widen and deepen in their intensity. These threats are transitional in nature and are driven by quite an agile and dangerous network that respects no borders. No single nation can therefore address these challenges alone. We must strengthen coordination, amplify political will, and prioritize a collective approach to security. This is why the ECOWAS standby force must move from the concept to operational reality now. I am a little bit worried about the slow pace of its activation, which is taking longer than desired. We must act decisively to operationalize the ECOWAS standby force on the fight against terrorism to serve as an instrument for peace and stability for our region. I am pleased to note that under my stewardship as the chair of authority, the ECOWAS military logistic depot in Lungui, Sierra Leone, has been completed. The depot will play a critical role in providing equipment and other logistics to forces deployed by ECOWAS. Last February in Addis Ababa, Nigeria signed the third agreement with the African Union. With the completion of the depot, Nigeria is committing itself to both the sea lift and air lift arrangement with ECOWAS. Nigeria will continue to play its leading role in supporting ECOWAS regional responses to peace and security. Excellencies, Head of State and Government, distinguished guests, regional integration will be only meaningful when it is underpinned by economic prosperity. As we discussed at the West African Economic Summit, our intra-regional trade remains low, even as we possesses the potential to be an economic powerhouse in the continent. We must create the enabling environment, empower the private sector, remove trade barriers, and create the conditions the conditions necessary for industry and entrepreneurship and innovation to flourish. We commend ECOWAS for implementing fundamental policies such as trade liberalization scheme, the common external tariff, regional investment code, and protocol of free movement of persons, goods, and services. These initiatives are cornerstone of our ambition to create a seamless, borderless, regional market that benefits all the citizens, especially the youth. To this end, as part of ECOWAS 50th anniversary, Nigeria with ECOWAS Commission has already hosted a first ever trade and investment forum, which witnessed participation of all major economic groups and companies in the region. We must create more platforms for the private sectors to not only network, but collaborate and complement one another. It is my expectation that the outcome of the economic summit will feed into ECOWAS summit, having also identified the gaps and challenges of implementation. Despite some challenges, ECOWAS has remained a veritable model of regional integration in West Africa and elsewhere. In addition to this, a lack of political will to see through our collective decisions, our greatest challenges are now located in the realm of political governance. The threat of insecurity, terrorism, climate change, and transnational crimes, democracy has continued to persevere in the region with the situation in the lands of Saharian states, AES countries. Under my chairmanship, I've deployed all diplomatic means to engage and dialogue with our brothers in Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger. I am confident that before too long, they may return to the family as we leave our doors open for the unity, solidarity, and shared vision of ECOWAS of the future. Your Excellencies, Head of State and Government, distinguished guests, our region's greatest asset is its people, particularly its youths, who represent the majority of our population. Their talents, creativity, and drive must be harnessed for development. We must invest in education, create sustainable jobs, and foster an environment where innovation and digital transformation can thrive. In doing so, we not only unlock economic growth, we also inoculate our societies against the recruitment efforts of extremist groups and criminal syndicates. Similarly, we must mainstream gender equality in our development agenda. Women are not merely beneficiaries, they are agents of change and social transformation. Their full and active participation in economic and political life is indispensable to building just, inclusive, and resilient society. Regional integration is incomplete without physical and digital connectivity. We must fast-track the implementation of strategic infrastructure projects, including roads, railways, cross-border energy systems, and broadband connectivity. Projects like the West African Gas Pipeline, the West African Power Pool, and the Abidjan-Lagos Corridor Highway are not just symbols of regional ambition. They are also catalysts for economic transformation. This project will unlock new opportunities, connect isolated communities, and improve the living conditions of citizens of the community. We must also embrace the digital economy as a core pillar of our integration efforts, expanding broadband access, promoting digital literacy, and building secured, interoperable platform for e-commerce and digital financial innovators and women to participate fully in the global economy. To make all of this a reality, we call upon our developmental partners, financial institutions, and private sectors to deepen their engagement. Public-private partnerships will be essential to bridge the infrastructure gap and accelerate implementation, timeliness, and our commitment must be matched by resource mobilization, policy harmonization, and efficient cross-border coordination. In this regard, our private operatives and entrepreneurs from our region and within the African continent and our diaspora community have a special role to play. Your Excellencies, Head of States and Government, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I am saying in conclusion why I once more appreciate the presence of each head of state's government and their representatives as well as our partners. Each delegate and each stakeholder represented here today, I urge you to meaningfully engage in critical deliberation to discuss the various reports and memorandum before us for the benefit of our community and a stronger ECOWAS region. Together, let us craft a roadmap for a more secure, integrated, and prosperous West Africa. With these few words, I formally declare the 67th ordinary session of this authority of Head of State and Government of ECOWAS open. Thank you.
Agradecimentos ao Sr. Presidente da Conferência para as suas palavras. Ele proferiu esta mesma mensagem durante a comemoração do aniversário da comunidade no dia 28 de maio passado, que ele organizou com muito sucesso. Tenho o prazer agora de convidar Sua Excelência Leonardo Santos Simão, representante especial do Secretário-Geral das Nações Unidas para a África Ocidental e o Sahel, a pronunciar a sua alocução. Obrigada.
Thank you very much, Master of Ceremonies, Your Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and Chairperson of the ECOWAS Authority of Heads of State and Government, Excellencies, Heads of State and Government of ECOWAS member states, Your Excellency Umar Aliou Touré, President of the ECOWAS Commission, Your Excellency Ambassador Bankole Adeoye, Commissioner Political Affairs, Peace and Security of the African Union Commission. It is an honor for me to participate in this 67th ordinary session of the authorities of heads of state and government of ECOWAS. It is my pleasure to convey warm greetings from the Secretary General of the United Nations, Mr. Antonio Guterres, who wishes you a successful meeting. The past several months have been marked by key developments in our sub-region, mixing formidable challenges and signs for a positive way forward. On one hand, the formal withdrawal of Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger from ECOWAS on 29 of January, and on the other hand, recent rapprochement between the IAS countries and ECOWAS. Therefore, the United Nations welcomes determination from both sides to maintain the gains of regional integration while striving to find ways and means to cooperate on mechanisms to tackle common challenges, namely defeating terrorism. In this regard, we commend the 22nd May meeting in Bamako between the President of the ECOWAS Commission, Dr. Omar Aliou Touré, and the Ministers of Foreign Affairs of the three countries of the Alliance des États d'Israël. For us, this meeting is an important step forward, a step that gives us reasons for pragmatic optimism towards preserving a united West Africa of peace, stability, and prosperity. In our view, the steps to follow should concentrate deliberate efforts on restoring trust among all countries of West Africa, thus enabling them to come together to fight and defeat terrorism, which is becoming more and more coordinated and sophisticated in its attacks, with a growing use of children as combatants. Therefore, terrorism is now the biggest existential threat for some countries in the region, and this call for a collective response. Excellences, Mesdames et Messieurs, les Nations Unies restent engagées à soutenir les efforts nationaux et régionaux en faveur de la paix, de la sécurité et du développement dans la sous-région. À cet égard, j'ai pris une série d'engagements. Je me suis rendu au Mali au mois de février, puis j'ai effectué des visites au Niger et au Burkina Faso les mois derniers. Dans chacun de ces trois pays, j'ai rencontré diverses parties prenantes, notamment les plus hauts dirigeants, avec lesquels j'ai discuté des questions politiques, sécuritaires, humanitaires et socio-économiques, y compris sur la coopération régionale. Au mai de mai, j'ai effectué une visite au Ghana où j'ai rencontré le président John Mahama et d'autres interlocuteurs et réaffirmé le soutien des Nations Unies. Je me suis rendu à Côte d'Ivoire en avril où j'ai rencontré le président Alassane Ouattara et tenu une série de réunions avec les autorités ivoiriennes et les principaux acteurs politiques. J'ai réitéré le soutien des Nations Unies au déroulement pacifique des élections présidentielles du 25 octobre prochain, avec comme but préserver la paix et la stabilité du pays et dans la région. Parallèlement, dans le cadre de mes engagements continus dans la région, je me suis rendu en Gambie au mois de mai, où j'ai été reçu par le président Adama Barrow. J'ai également rencontré diverses parties prenantes et les ai appelés à ouvrir pour un dialogue constructif dans le cadre des processus de réforme constitutionnelle essentiels à la stabilité et au développement de la Gambie. Plus tôt que ce mois, je me suis rendu en Guinée, où j'ai rencontré plusieurs interlocuteurs, dont le Premier ministre et le président du Conseil national de transition. Au cours de ma visite, j'ai réaffirmé l'engagement des Nations unies à soutenir une transition pacifique et apaisée, en collaboration et en synergie avec les autorités guinéennes, l'Union africaine, la CEDEAO et divers partenaires. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, as this 67th ordinary session of the authority is holding in its context of the commemoration of the 50th anniversary of ECOWAS, I was particularly honored to have been invited to Lagos last May to witness such a memorable moment of celebration and reflection. I wish to recall the United Nations Secretary General message on the occasion of the 50th anniversary on 28th of May. On the occasion of the Golden Jubilee, the Secretary General noted that over the past 5 decades, ECOWAS has played a vital role in advancing economic cooperation, regional integration, and peace and stability in this rich and vibrant region. He underlined that from free movement of people and trade liberalization to regional infrastructure projects, conflict resolution, and contributions to peacekeeping, ECOWAS has made remarkable strides towards achieving its vision of an integrated community of peoples in a peaceful and prosperous region. This Golden Jubilee of ECOWAS reminds us of the decades of fruitful cooperation between ECOWAS and the United Nations. The United Nations collaboration with the ECOWAS through the United Nations Office for West Africa and the Sahel and the broader United Nations system has supported joint engagements in several areas. These include preventive diplomacy, support towards peaceful elections, and sound governance. In particular, the United Nations has worked alongside the ECOWAS to champion the equal, meaningful, and sustained participation of women and youth in peace building, democratic governance, and decision-making process throughout the region. For the United Nations, ECOWAS exemplifies the vital role of regional economic communities in maintaining peace and security as envisioned in Chapter 8 of the UN Charter. Excelências, minhas senhoras e meus senhores, no momento em que marcamos um importante marco na história da CEDEAO, as Nações Unidas reiteram o seu compromisso para aprofundar a cooperação com esta organização, no espírito de solidariedade, complementaridade e vantagens comparativas. Mantemos o nosso compromisso de colaborar para garantir que a paz, segurança e estabilidade da nossa sub-região sejam uma realidade sustentável. Termino desejando que os trabalhos desta cimeira decorram de forma frutífera no interesse comum da paz e da estabilidade da nossa sub-região. Agradeço pela vossa amável atenção.
Merci. Nous remercions le représentant spécial du secrétaire général des Nations Unies pour l'Afrique de l'Ouest et le Sahel. Et maintenant, j'ai le plaisir de donner la parole à son Excellence ambassadeur Bankole Adeoye pour délivrer le message de son Excellence Mahmoud Ali Youssouf, président de la Commission de l'Union africaine. Merci.
Your Excellency, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and Chair of the ECOWAS Authority of Heads of State and Government. Excellencies, Heads of State and Government, President of the ECOWAS Commission, distinguished ministers, Special Representative of the United Nations Secretary General for West Africa and the Sahel, members of the Diplomatic Corps, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Chairperson of the African Union Commission, His Excellency Mahmoud Ali Youssouf, I bring warm and heartfelt greetings to all ECOWAS leaders and citizens of ECOWAS on this historic occasion. Today, the African Union is pleased to celebrate 5 decades of ECOWAS, but also to honor a legacy built on unity, resilience, a shared vision for a stronger West Africa. 50 years ago, Excellencies, the founders of ECOWAS laid the cornerstone of what has become a shining model of regional cooperation and partnership. From its inception in 1975, ECOWAS has stood as a beacon of hope, a symbol of what is possible when African countries unite in purpose and in the Pan-African spirit. We salute the ECOWAS Authority, the Commission, and above all, the citizens of this great community, both based in our continent and in the diaspora. This golden jubilee belongs to all of us to celebrate and relish in the ECOWAS success story. We especially, Excellencies, as the African Union, commend the exemplary, strategic, and stellar leadership of His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, whose commitment to regional peace and stability has been instrumental over the past 2 years. Excellencies, from the visionary foresight of General Yakubu Gowon and the founding architects of ECOWAS to the present day, ECOWAS has grown into a pillar of continental progress. The adoption of the 1979 Protocol on Free Movement not only opened borders, it opened minds and hearts across our region. This visionary act laid the groundwork for the African Continental Free Trade Area and inspired the African Union in its own financing model, building on ECOWAS's own 0.5 community levy. The ECOWAS legacy is a legacy of record, and for us, it is inspiring in the African Union. ECOWAS has taught Africa what it means to be self-reliant, to be self-sufficient, to lead with courage, and be confident in its own future. The legacy of ECOWAS continues to inspire us. It is not only in treaties and protocols, but in the lives and the livelihoods touched by this great community. It has saved people. It has defended peace. It has safeguarded rights. From Liberia to Sierra Leone, from Côte d'Ivoire to the Gambia, ECOWAS has stepped forward, often as the first responder to enforce peace, to defend democracy, to restore order, to uphold the will of the people. Its model of peace operations set the stage for the African Union's silencing the guns agenda. It has also helped to shape the fundamental instruments, such as the Lome Declaration on Unconstitutional Changes of Government and the 2000 African Charter on Democracy, Elections, and Governance. The African Union is very proud to walk this journey alongside with ECOWAS, a true pace setter and a pioneering community in promoting democratic values and principled leadership. Excellencies, as you celebrate the shared past, cultural heritage, we must also face a shared future with equal determination. The threats of terrorism, violent extremism, and unconstitutional changes of government demand nothing less than a united and coordinated response. We must face together these clear and present dangers and threats. We must also deepen our commitment to eradicating poverty, reducing inequality, and upholding the rule of law. Together, we must advance the pillars of constitutionalism, social justice, and good governance. Excellencies, the African Union reaffirms its unwavering support to ECOWAS as it navigates these challenges. Our future must be built on cooperation, not competition, on solidarity, not separation, on complementarity, not lack of harmony. We envision in the African Union an ECOWAS that is people-centered, people-driven, one where the youth and women are at the forefront of regional development, transformation, empowered by innovation, technology, and quality education. The ECOWAS that translates to the community of people, to the true community for the practice of regional integration, is our wish. The axis of democracy and peace is certainly West African. This is the ECOWAS of tomorrow, inclusive, democratic, and prosperous. Chairperson, Excellencies, once again, on behalf of the African Union, we convey our warmest congratulations to ECOWAS on this 50th anniversary. Let us work together forward towards a peaceful and integrated and prosperous West Africa. Let us commit to the vision of the founding leaders of the ECOWAS and the African Union. Let us build the Africa we want, united in purpose, bold in ambition, and unwavering in action. Long live ECOWAS, long live the African Union, long live all Africans. I thank you, Chair.
We thank His Excellency for the cordial and yet very meaningful message delivered on behalf of His Excellency Mahmoud Ali Yusuf, President of the African Union Commission. As we draw to the close of this opening ceremony, please permit the correction of an oversight as we recognize His Excellency Baba Kamara, the ECOWAS Special Envoy for Terrorism, who is also here with us. The speech we have just heard by the message from the African Union marks the end of this opening ceremony. At this time, we would ask the ladies and gentlemen of the press to please withdraw from the room, as well as our guests. The formula for the closed-door session in which the heads of states will now deliberate is 1+3. Thank you.
The utility members, utility companies that are members of West Africa Power Pool pay their contribution, the power pool will continue to have difficulties. So it is just one minor point I thought I should raise here because it was not discussed during your closed-door sessions. It will be featured in the communique for implementation.
Excuse me.
Thank you very much.
Can you give us the position of indebtedness by country so that we can take action on it when we get back home?
A public announcement, or you want a disclosure to you individually?
A confidential report.
Excellencies, Head of State and Government, distinguished guests, please permit me to express my profound gratitude for the confidence you placed in me to serve as chair of the authority, not once, but twice. It has been a profound honor and privilege to lead this esteemed body, and I remain deeply humbled by the trust and support you have extended to me throughout my tenure. As I now hand over the mantle of leadership to my great friend and dear brother, His Excellency, President Julius Maada Bio of Sierra Leone, the new chairman of ECOWAS Authority, Head of States and Government, I do so with a deep sense of fulfillment and optimism for the future of West Africa. I remain confident that with the continued cooperation of all its members, ECOWAS will scale over greater heights in our collective pursuit of peace, security, stability, and prosperity for our people and for our region. In the course of the past few years, we have faced complex regional challenges, political transition, and security threats. I thank every one of you. As we look to the future, I urge all of you to remain vigilant and responsive to the evolving need of our people. Let us deepen the cooperation, uphold diplomatic principles, and foster inclusive growth that leaves no one behind, especially our youth, women, and vulnerable population who remain central to the future of our region. Our organization must continue to strike a fine balance between its core original mandate of economic integration and the complex political security and governance challenges, including democratic values in our region. Economic integration cannot be superimposed on an untenable political environment. That is why we must remain steadfast in our resolve to rise to these and emerging challenges. Let me also thank the ECOWAS Commission, the community institution, and all technical and administrative staff for their tireless work in organizing this session and supporting the work of our organization. As you return to your respective countries, let us remain resolute in our shared mission to deepen our integration, protect our people, and build a prosperous, secured, and united West Africa. While wishing all delegations safe return to your various destinations, I declare the 67th session of ECOWAS Authority of Head of State meeting closed as I hand over.
Thanks first, and then handing over.
The vote of thanks, and then handing over.
Please take your seat.
I feel like join the queue. Please take your seat.
Thank you. Members of the ECOWAS Authority of Heads of State and Government meeting in Abuja on 22nd June 2025 expressed their profound gratitude to His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and to the government and people of Nigeria for the warm and fraternal welcome extended to them and for the excellent facilities placed at their disposal to ensure the successful conduct of their deliberations done in Abuja this 22nd day of June 2025. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We shall now invite the incoming chair of the authority and the outgoing chair of the authority. The emblem of the Authority of Heads of State and Government will be handed over to the new chair of the ECOWAS Authority of Heads of State and Government. A round of applause, please.
Date and venue of the 68th session of the Authority of Head of State and Government of ECOWAS will be announced in the future by the new chairperson.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes. Please sit down, Mr. President.
Give me acceptance speech if you don't know.
So it is your acceptance speech, and then at the end you will indicate that the final communique, the commission will do the final, share the final communique.
Okay.
This is one.
Okay, I'm going. You can go ahead.
Thank
Your
you
Excellent-
very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. Please take your seats. It is now my honor to give the floor to His Excellency, the Chair of the ECOWAS Authority of Heads of State and Government, to pronounce his acceptance speech and closing remarks. After that, there will be the final communique that will be presented by the President of the ECOWAS Commission, and this will be followed by a press conference also with the President of the ECOWAS Commission. Without further ado, Your Excellency, you have the floor, sir.
Thank you very much, Your Excellencies, colleagues, heads of state and government, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. In the interest of time, let me stand on existing protocols. I'm both humbled and grateful to accept the honor of chairing ECOWAS Authority. Thank you for placing your trust in me and in the Republic of Sierra Leone. I accept this responsibility with full awareness of the magnitude and of the task ahead, and also the complexity of the moment. Let me begin by recognizing the outstanding leadership of my predecessor, my dear brother, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, for the great work he's done. Your tenure was marked by unwavering commitment to regional dialogue, economic recovery, and peace building. I'm humbled to build upon the strong foundation you have established. Thank you for your experience, leadership. Your Excellencies, as we gather here in June 2025, our region is at a crossroads. The West Africa we lead today is facing serious challenges, some long-standing, others new and evolving. We are still confronting insecurity in the Sahel and coastal states. Terrorism, political instability, illicit arms flow, and transnational organized crimes continue to test the resilience of our nations and the effectiveness of our institutions. The democratic space is under strain. In parts of our region, the constitutional order has been disrupted. Yet, across West Africa, citizens, especially our youth, are demanding not just elections, but accountability, transparency, and a fair stake in national life. Economically, our region is recovering from external shocks, including global inflation, food insecurity, energy constraints, and debt vulnerabilities. These and many others continue to challenge us. The effect of climate change, coastal erosion, floods, drought are no longer distant threats. They are disrupting livelihoods today and demanding bold adaptation strategies and sustainable investment. But there is also great promise. Our vibrant and youthful population, abundant natural resources, and entrepreneurial spirit remains our strongest asset. In this context, ECOWAS's mandate must be redefined, not as a distant institution, but as a proactive, people-centered vehicle for peace, inclusion, and opportunity. As chair, I will prioritize 4 key areas. First, restoring constitutional order and deepening democracy. We must engage transitional governments constructively and support member states in building stronger democratic institutions rooted in the rule of law. Second, revitalizing regional security cooperation. We must overhaul our collective security architecture, from intelligence sharing to rapid response, to confront new threats with unity and resolve. Third, unlocking economic integration. The ECOWAS trade liberalization scheme, regional infrastructure, and cross-border value chains must become engines of job, trade, and resilience, especially for our women and our youth. Fourth, building institutional credibility. ECOWAS must reform itself and become more transparent, efficient, and responsive to its people's needs. This is how we will rebuild the trust in regional cooperation. I believe West Africa's future is not one of decline, but of possibility, if we act with courage, urgency, unity, and moral clarity. Let us rise to the moment together, not as separate nations, but as a unified community of destiny. Thank you all, and may God bless us and our region, West Africa.
Thank you. The acceptance speech by the new chair has brought us to the end of this closing ceremony. We will now rise for the ECOWAS anthem, after which, when the members of the authority have withdrawn, we will have the final communique shared with the press, and there will also be a press conference. Kindly remain standing as we have the ECOWAS anthem. Thank you. Thank you very much.